Hi, it's me, Robbie. I'm here again from ArsenalFanTV. I come in peace. I'm here again on the Liverpool channel. YNWA or whatever it is. Peace. Now, the boys from Redmen TV, Paul and Chris, invited me over here and they said, listen, Robbie, we want you to come on and tell us what you think of Liverpool's chances of winning the Premier League this season. And I said to them, I go, are you crazy? I mean, you're trying to get me killed. You know you've got no chance. No, listen. So, I wanted to look at it and give a fair assessment of Liverpool's chances. And you know what? They've got a half-decent chance. You guys got a half-decent chance. You've got a better team this year, I think. You've strengthened the defence. I think that defence doesn't look too bad. You've got a new keeper, which I thought was a real weak spot last year for Liverpool. So new keeper coming in, even though I think he's injured, is he? But I mean, that's a positive for Liverpool. And you've got some good players. Coutinho, I think, is a top quality player. Sturridge, if you can keep him fit, is probably one of the best strikers in the league, easily. In a league where there's not a lot of fantastic strikers, I think he's right up there. The midfield, they move the ball quickly. I like Emre Can's not bad. You've got a good all-round team. All-round, it's a very good team and a very good squad. And I think also the thing that really goes in Liverpool's favour this season is the fact that you don't have any Champions League or Europa League football. So you can go full pelt on the league, and that makes a big difference. We saw with Leicester last season, they didn't have any Champions League games to worry about or Europa League games to worry about. And if you look at the stats, it shows quite clearly that when you play a game straight after playing in Europe during the week, there seems to be a drop-off, especially when you've got to go away from home and play. So that is going to be a massive advantage to Liverpool over their rivals. I think both of them and Chelsea, no European football that could work in their advantage, because other teams are going to really have to stretch out their squads. If Liverpool can keep Sturridge injury-free, I think that's the key, because he's the goal scorer. He's the guy that I think that when you look at that team, most people fear. When Sturridge is up and running and he's full pelt, he's a striker that can score lots and lots of goals, and you've got to keep him fit for a big chunk of the season. If you don't, I'm not sure if you'll get enough goals to win the league. As I said, you've got a lot of very good players. Firmino as well is not a bad player, but Sturridge for me is the absolute key. The other thing I think is your manager, Jurgen Klopp. You've got a top quality manager. Jurgen Klopp is an exceptional manager. You can see already since the day one when he came in there, he's a grade up from Brendan Rodgers. All the players respect him. All the players believe in him. They all want to play his style of football. And already, I saw the pre-season game against Barcelona, and whilst Barcelona, that wasn't the proper Barcelona, they had loads of kids playing and they were really dodgy at the back, as they were when they played Leicester a few games before that. You could see that the Liverpool team is really fluid. It is playing now like a Klopp team. And he's had a pre-season with them, excuse me, he's had time to really instill what he wants into that team, and that's lots of energy, lots of movement, the pressing game. So you've got a very good chance. The only thing about Klopp is that he's very similar to Arsene Wenger in that he's not very flexible, he's not very adaptable. He's got one way of playing, which is that pressing game, and that's it. And he's not like a Mourinho or a Conte where they kind of think out each game by game, and in say a certain game they may go very defensive, or in another game they may go long ball. Klopp is Klopp, and he just plays that pressing game. And I think, I've got a mate who's a diehard Dortmund fan, and what he said to me was in that season, that last season for Klopp, when he really had a rough time of it, he said that he felt that teams had started to suss Jurgen Klopp out. They started to suss out that is his one style of playing. And every time they played Dortmund, teams switched up their game and just based it off of winning the ball back off of Dortmund and getting the ball forward as quickly as possible, a bit like how Leicester play, and that is how Klopp's teams suffered so many defeats in that season. Now, whether that will happen to him in the Premier League, I don't know. Also, the Premier League this season is going to be so difficult. You know, what's an easy game now in the Premier League, especially away from home? What's a good point? I mean, you go to a team like West Ham back in the day, if you was going to West Ham away, as an Arsenal fan, you're thinking to yourself, that should be 3 points. Or even as a Liverpool fan, you're thinking that should be 3 points away to West Ham. Now, it's a difficult game. I mean, a point might be a good result away at West Ham. So it's going to be a really tough season for all teams. So where will Liverpool finish? I think the top 4 is going to be the old top 4 with Arsenal, Man United, Manchester City and Chelsea in there. I just got that feeling this season that it's going to be those in the top 4. I think Liverpool will be 5th and Tottenham 6th. That's just my feeling on it. There could be somebody who's going to burst in, but it's such a tough league at the moment. And maybe the not playing in the Champions League or the Europa League may give Liverpool the edge to get into the top 4. So 5th or 4th I'm going to go, but I'm going to probably have to err on the side of 5th. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. What do you think of me saying that? Do you think I'm being alright? Listen, let me know. I'm just trying to be honest. But and don't forget to check out my channel, ArsenalFanTV, if you like Arsenal, if Arsenal's your second club, if you think to yourself, oh, I'd love to be an Arsenal fan. Check out my channel. Thanks to the boys from Redmen TV for having me over here. And don't forget to subscribe to them as well. They got a great channel, actually. I really like. They're funny guys. Thanks for watching.